Hey folks, it's Chocolate Yoddah, spelled Yoddah, because film studios are litigious. And what's on my mind today is atheism. So, I'm a self-described atheist. And I was wondering, what exactly the definition is. So, I went to the Oxford-Cambridge Dictionary website, because I think they're kind of the go-to for definitions. So it says that atheism is defined as the fact of not believing in any god or gods, or the belief that no god or gods exist. So, that's pretty straightforward, but what if there's another idea for what atheism means? What if there's sort of a hybrid, or as I like to think, atheism 2.0? I might not be the first person to think about this, but hey, I'm going to call it atheism 2.0. So what does that look like? For me, and I'm only speaking for myself, what if I don't think there's no God, or I don't believe in God? What if I believe that God exists, but I'm not impressed? I'm not impressed with his or her work, or their work. In Genesis, it says we made man in our image, so maybe a plural is good. I'm not impressed with their work. These gods, or this God of many genders, or I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it, but this plurality of gods that created man in their image, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with their work. I'm looking at what humans do to each other, and hey, listen, for the most part, since there's roughly 8 billion people on the planet, I think humans are just fine. I think they do just fine things every day. I think if humans were as bad as the media depicts them to be, we'd be stepping over dead bodies everywhere we went. But that's not what's really happening, right? What's really happening is that, for the most part, people are just fine. They're just doing what they do. Most people are just interested in feeding their family, loving their loved ones, maybe catching a few orgasms here and there along the way. But that's the whole goal, right? There's not much more to life to that. You just want to basically, well, I'll put it in my terms. So for me, I'm very, very content with the idea of sleeping indoors, eating every day, and having easy access to fresh water. Those things are spectacular. I don't take them for granted because I know that there are way too many people that don't have that. But going back to the idea of this talk, so let's say God exists. Well, God is allowing children to be raped. God is allowing people to be murdered. God is allowing nature to wipe out, tens of thousands of people at a time. And I get it. God works in mysterious ways. Well, I'm not impressed by those ways. I'm not impressed with the mysterious nature of allowing suffering. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's good. I don't get the point. And if the only argument to support those things is God works in mysterious ways, that's not good enough for me. I'm not impressed. I think that if you're going to create a universe, and you're going to put people in that universe that are conscious and aware and feel pain and feel loss and feel suffering, then maybe there was a better way to do this. I'm not sure what that way is. I'm not claiming to have the answers here. But I'm comfortable saying that if there's a God, I'm not impressed with their work. I think things could be much better. Like we have humans that are willing to assault the environment and make it so that humans will not be able to inhabit the earth. We're not hurting the earth. That's absolutely silly. George Carlin did an amazing job in his first live HBO special. I think it was 92 or 93, called Jammin' in New York. The last 8 minutes of that is referred to as The Earth is Fine or The Planet is Fine. I forget which one, but it was where he talked about how ridiculous it is to think that we are saving the earth. We're not. And this is my opinion, and this is a firm belief of mine, if all of the nuclear weapons were detonated at the same time, it wouldn't do anything to the earth. I mean, it would, incinerate some plant life and some animal life, most certainly wipe out humans, but the earth would do what it does. It would regenerate. It would filter. It would clean. That's what it does, right? Like the whole salt water of the ocean to clean water in rivers. We can't drink salt water without risking serious injury or death in a very tiny amount of salt water. We die, but that same water somehow becomes fresh water, drinkable water for humans in rivers. Pretty amazing. And I think that's what the earth would do if humans lit it up with all the nuclear weapons they have. I think I heard an estimate that there are 10,000 nuclear weapons, assuming that governments are telling the truth about that. But even if there were 100,000, even if there were 1 million nuclear weapons, the earth would survive that. Humans wouldn't, but the earth would. So just the fact that there are people on earth as part of the design that are willing to put our habitat at risk seems like a faulty design. Right? Most animals, even plant life, has a sense of self-preservation. Like some flowers and plants secrete things that are unpalatable to insects that would eat it. That's a plant exercising self-preservation and trying to live. And there seems to be that there are way too many people, way too many humans that don't have that same sense of self-preservation. That's bizarre to me, man. So whatever. If there's a God, I'm not impressed with their work. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So that's food for thought. Peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.